good, Reverend Dr. Paxton JAPrice, founder of Paxton's Foundation and Church of Redemption. He is an entrepreneur, a TV and radio host, better known as The Rev. This show is designed just for you, the listener, to educate, entertain, and equip you. Now sit back, buckle up, and now let's roll with The Rev.
America, you know what time it is, main man, the Red Faith in sports. You know what we do every week. We bring the latest in sports and apply the word of God. And we're going to switch it up today, Ryan. I want to talk about sports first because we got some serious matters to talk about afterwards. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about these 7-game series.
They were some good games.
They were some good games.
Let's start in the Eastern Conference.
Uh-oh.
Start with the Pacers and the Knicks.
New York.
Yep, rotten apple.
That rotten apple.
Yeah, it was a rotten apple, man.
Man.
They ran out of time, man.
Oh, man.
I don't even think they ran out of time.
They got outpaced.
They got ran.
Oh, Lord.
The
Ref got a million of them.
they got ran out the gym.
That's right.
Spike Lee, you just can't get over the hump.
Man, Spike Lee.
He got dressed up. He had his Nick hat, Nick glasses.
He was
Nick jacket.
He was at home.
Yeah.
His favorite team. The Pacers just came in there and took it.
And Reggie Miller messed it up, man. Reggie Miller said before the game, the Knicks are going to do what the Knicks do in Game 7. They're going to choke.
Oh, see, they ain't choked. I thought the Pacers
Yeah, they didn't choke. They got stomped out.
Yeah, I think the Pacers came in there focused. I thought they came prepared, and they just outplayed them. It was just a good game by the Pacers.
But the Knicks, they had a lot of injuries.
They had a lot of injuries.
They were, I'm poking fun, but the Knicks, they play really well.
Yeah,
all season long.
Yes.
Jalen Brunson is one of my favorite players.
Yeah.
He's one of the top point guards.
Top 5
in the league. Yeah, easily. But they tried to say the Pacers weren't physical, and it's hard to say that when you tie 3-3 in the series.
Yeah,
going into Game 7.
Yeah, it is hard.
The Pacers really wanted it more.
They played very well.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that they came in there with a game plan. They executed their game plan. They was not intimidated by the New York crowd. Spike Lee and them, they were making noise, but
all the stars.
They was like, no, we're gonna finish this race, and they did a very good job of playing hardcore basketball.
And the one thing I can say about the Knicks that I give kudos to is they brought that Garden feel back.
They did.
It's been a long time since you had that Garden feel where
they did.
I mean, the Knicks were relevant.
Yeah, I mean, they were very good.
Yeah, they brought it back, but the Pacers, I'm gonna shout out Rick Carlisle because I think he's an underrated head coach who has that old school mentality.
Yes,
and you can see that on those Indiana players. Halliburton.
I
like that trash talk, man.
Man, listen, Halliburton led his team. He's the point guard. Mm-hmm. He leads his team with not only the play but with the attitude as well.
Yeah, it shows him as the leader.
Yeah.
They follow.
Yeah,
and we're gonna get into leading and following later on.
Oh yeah.
But with the Pacers, man, I'm really impressed because nobody thought they would be here.
Yeah, and midway through the season, making the big trade pushed them over into contenders
with Siakam, and I'm surprised Siakam wasn't so highly touted as he was.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Sought after.
Yeah, I thought he was going to
be. By the Sixers, by the way.
Come on, man.
Come on now.
I wasn't going to talk about it. You brought it up, man. But that's the difference of the Pacers being in the Eastern Conference Finals and not
Sixers. That's right.
You want to be cheap.
Right.
And you want to find somebody who you can get for cheap.
Right.
And Buddy Hield is good.
Yeah, Buddy Hield good.
But you didn't use him like you were supposed to.
Yeah.
You didn't even use him in the series.
They never found a way to put him in the rotation like they should have. And, you just miss opportunities.
And the one thing I do think, which I appreciate Daryl Morey doing, is saying this team is going to go through Maxey and Embiid.
Yeah.
And we got to find the different pieces around. And the first piece you need to take out and throw out is Tobias Harris.
You always mess with Tobias Harris.
Yeah, Tobias,
leave Tobias alone. Tobias ain't do nothing to nobody.
He need
Tobias
to go.
Okay. They offered Tobias that money.
He need to go to the Knicks, man.
Go
to the Knicks, man.
To get that money, he all right.
Yeah, and he's going to get it.
His money guaranteed. He's going to get his money.
So, with this with this series with the Pacers, they wrapped it in a bow
Yeah.
in the Garden.
Yeah, they went to New York and just took it by force.
And with that Eastern series, let's go to the Western Conference.
The West.
Yeah, because
The Wild Wild West.
here's somebody else who took it by force, and me and you've been talking about him
Anthony
all
Edwards.
year. Anthony Edwards is a grown man
He-
at 22 years old.
At 22, he's taking over the league.
Mm-hmm.
At 22, he took the torch. It wasn't passed to him. He just took it out of LeBron's hand. Give me that.
And he ain't scared, man.
Not at all.
He is not scared of anything. He ain't scared of the moment.
No.
He ain't scared to guard the best players. He wants that challenge.
He wants that challenge.
And I think that's the thing that's making everybody gravitate to Anthony Edwards.
Yes.
Is that's what you miss, is that kind of attitude and
That type of hunger.
yeah, that fierce that you bring
Yeah.
to the game, man. And hey man.
And they were down at halftime to a defending champ.
Yeah.
Denver had everything they wanted.
Mhm.
They home, they up by 20, and Minnesota just battled back.
Now talk about that, Red, when you talk about I want you to get into this a little bit more because we talk about that hunger and talk about
That desire.
taking it.
Yeah. I thought at the end of the game, you saw the difference between not talent, but attitude,
Mm-hmm.
desire, the want to. It was 31 seconds left in the game, and Denver is down by 7, and Jokic bends over and puts his mouthpiece in the sock.
Instantly from the rebound.
It's a different desire, different want to, a different we can do it. There's a we can do it no matter what attitude you got to have.
Do you think that taints his reputation a little bit?
Not really, because I don't think it's anything different than what we saw before. But a lot of people, and this is a lot of people in life, as long as everything going their way, they're fine.
Mm-hmm.
Is when they hit a roadblock, is when they hit adversity, is when they hit trouble. That's when you find out how much a person wants it.
And if you're gonna lead men,
Yeah,
that ain't how you lead, man.
that you can't do it like that.
It's there's a want that he don't have that.
I'm from Denver. If I was from Denver, and I spent my money to come to this game, sit in row 4, cost a whole bunch of money, cost like $1,500. Trust me, I know. And I'll see you give up.
30 seconds left. This is a game 7. We paid our hard-earned money to go to this game 7.
$1,500 a seat.
No, them tickets is high up there like that. And 30 seconds left in the game.
You just quit,
You put your mouthpiece in your sock.
man. Please, I got something to say to you. I'm not happy at all. You can't do it like this. I ain't spent my money to come see y'all. Y'all quit.
Yeah, they almost looked. I mean, the Timberwolves took it. You could see you could see the life going out of them was like, and I was hearing some of the announcers saying, "Ain't got no gas." No, that wasn't gas.
No, that wasn't gas. That was hard.
That was hard.
Yeah.
They were taking it, and the coach was steady calling timeout, and they were walking off with their heads down.
Yeah. Yeah. And like I said, there's a lot of people that they, as long as they out front, as long as everything look good, feel good, they all for it. But as soon as it get tough, as soon as it get hard, as soon as the difficulty happen, you see what happened. And I look at Denver and I'm like, y'all never was champions. Y'all got lucky, but y'all never been champions because champions don't give up.
See,
Champions don't quit.
and that's the question that I was having. It's like, does this taint their championship? Because don't no champions go out like that.
Champions don't go out like that. At home,
Nah.
in front of your home crowd,
Yeah, you don't.
and you was only down by 7.
I mean,
down by 7.
Detroit Pistons did it, but
I mean,
with Isaiah, they walked off the court.
they walked the court because Boston walked off the court on them, and nobody ever brings that up.
And they were getting blown out too, though.
Yeah, they get blown out. It was over.
It wasn't close that you had a chance to get back.
Yeah, you had a chance to get back.
And you can't tell me you couldn't get back because we seen Reggie Miller do it
We literally saw Reggie Miller do it by himself.
in 8 seconds.
8 seconds. So you know you could do it. And you know what happened was when I made the video, the game wasn't over yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I gave the scenario if he missed one free throw. You know he missed the free throw?
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
They were only down by 8.
Mm-hmm.
They could have been down by 8 with like 29 seconds left in the game.
Yep.
Still had a chance.
You hit a 3, foul again.
Yep, foul again.
And you hit another 3. What, you down 2?
Yep, you down by 2 with plenty of time.
This is again, we talk about this is the mentality of the league that we're in.
Yes.
When you wanted to become an offensive league,
yes,
you take away that defensive hunger.
Yes.
So now everybody now is just score. You see everybody crying and complaining about getting a foul when somebody just runs past you.
Yes.
Now, the desire is totally different.
The want to is not there. And plus, keep in mind, and let's be fair, they get guaranteed money now. So you know, you ain't really how much.
Yeah, you ain't trying to go out there and put your body on the line.
Yeah, you got your money. You got to go home after the game and spend your money.
And that was the difference too. I do remember Jordan saying when he left the league, he said, I hope I'm leaving it in good hands, but the way the NBA is going, he said they're paying these players too much before they even showed their talent, and that's not creating a good work ethic.
Right.
And that's what it's doing now. You see these players now, they making $200-300 million.
Man,
and
guaranteed.
And they in their second year. They ain't even proved nothing.
Guaranteed. Man.
Now think about this, Rev. Now think about we talk about Ben Simmons.
Not Ben Simmons.
If you made him earn that money,
he'd still be playing. He'd be all-star right now.
But he wouldn't be making as much money as he done got from the league now.
No,
just off of potential.
But he'll be playing hard
because
you ain't guarantee him the money and you didn't give him that money.
He got bills to pay.
He got bills to play. Mm-hmm. But once you gave him that money, he was like, man, I got other stuff to do.
Yeah.
I dated Kardashian.
Yeah, they're gonna take that.
We going to the beach.
They're gonna take that money.
You see what I see? Do you see what I see?
What? I really don't.
Yeah, right.
I don't see what they see in them like that, man.
Hey, they got something.
If you look at every athlete that's messed with them, something happened.
What happened to the boy from New Jersey?
He's roaming the earth.
Lord, where is he at?
He ain't in the NBA. Nobody knows.
No one ever talks about the boy.
Lamar Odom ended up in the closet.
Lamar Odom, Lord have mercy. Remember, he went crazy for a while.
Yeah, all of them do.
They all.
Kanye
ain't never been the same.
Kanye dark skin and had blonde hair. What kind of crap is going on?
Kanye ain't never been the same.
Hey man,
Jesus walks.
Yeah, man, he should have took his own advice.
Yeah, listen.
Can't make a song like that and then walk away from the cross.
That's what the Kardashian. You know what happened to you.
That ain't how you do that.
I don't know what happened to the people.
Well, it's Rev. I don't. So now you got the Timberwolves versus Dallas,
and I think this is a great matchup. I think both teams have the offensive weapons they need. I think both teams have the hustle players that they need.
It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be a great series. And I'm going to pick. I think Minnesota will lose by Game 7. I got Dallas all the way. I got the Mavericks. Game 7, baby.
And you know
Kyrie, Luka.
You got Mike Conley going up against. Mike Conley going up against Kyrie Irving.
Yes,
Mike Conley, you better put your seatbelt on.
You think little Kyrie give you problems at night?
Yeah, man.
Big Kyrie get Minnesota a whole bunch of problems at night. Won't be no sleeping in Minnesota.
It's
sleepless in Minnesota.
I think you got two dogs.
You really do.
And Luka versus Ant-Man.
Yes.
Now we know Ant-Man is far more athletic.
Yeah.
Than Luka.
Yeah.
But that mentality Luka has.
Luka,
he's a leader.
He can do what he wants on the court. Mm-hmm. He gets to the position wherever he wants to. He makes great passes. Mm-hmm. He shoots the ball well. Luka, I believe, is about to lead the Dallas Mavericks to the NBA Finals.
Now, you have these two, and Ant-Man and Luka, as the leaders, and they're both dogs.
Yes.
And their styles are totally different.
Yes.
It's almost like a bird. Well, I wouldn't say Magic, because Magic wasn't jumping out the gym like that. But they led their teams in different ways. But they both.
Anthony plays more like his daddy, Jordan. Oops, and I went down the bag. I should have said that.
We wasn't talking about that off camera, man.
We should have said that.
That's some very
But Anthony Edwards' mom did know Michael Jordan.
Yeah, she knew Michael Jordan. Plenty pictures.
Took a whole lot of pictures.
Yeah, and
she was like, "Hey, Michael." And he was like, "Hey, Miss Edwards."
Unfortunately, Anthony, and she grew up in Chicago.
She grew up in Chicago.
And unfortunately, Anthony grew up without a father.
And his father wasn't around. Officially.
And but here's the thing, Fred. Michael Jordan saying that's his favorite player.
I bet.
Said he wanted to meet him.
Again. He said I want to meet him again.
So I'm saying,
I ain't seen him since.
We just putting
since that day at the hospital.
We just putting 2 and 2 together.
Yeah, listen, look kind of like him and everything. Put some hair on Mike. It look kind of like Anthony Edwards.
Play like him too.
Yeah, play like him too.
I mean, Mike. Yeah.
I ain't saying. I'm just saying.
I ain't saying, but look a little.
Yeah, listen. Start adding the pieces to the puzzle together.
But I got the T-Wolves.
You got the T-Wolves?
I got the T-Wolves. I'm gonna say in 7.
I
said 6 before.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna say 7 because I think Dallas is that good.
Dallas is that good.
Yeah.
I got Dallas in 7. I think Dallas will pull this out. I think Kyrie. We've seen Kyrie in the finals before, and sometimes he could just take over a whole game.
And Kyrie, you're starting to see Kyrie spread his wings differently.
Yes.
He found himself another home.
Yes.
Got away from that.
Yeah,
that Kevin Durant stuff. Yeah, so he's with a winner, man.
He really is.
Everybody said it wasn't a good move and they wasn't gonna fit. They in the Western Conference Finals.
And they have a real opportunity to win the NBA championship.
Yeah.
And this series is going to be a very good series. Just like the East, though. The East going to be a very good series, too.
Yeah. Who you got? Pacers versus Boston. Lord have mercy.
Lord have mercy. Pacers versus Boston.
Perfect matchup.
I'm going to take Boston.
Ooh.
If we got a unicorn sighting. If we get a unicorn sighting, I think Boston will win in 7.
You know what? I had Pacers in 7.
Yeah.
But when you look at that Boston team,
they deep, they talented.
Yeah.
I always like White. I think White is just a good player.
White, he's a difference maker.
I think so too.
He's a difference maker.
I think so too.
He makes it difficult for teams to match up because you can't. Usually teams would try to double Tatum, try to double Brown. You can't do that. You can't even double it now with. I think the biggest piece, even though it was Porzingis, is a huge piece. I think Drew Holiday.
Now, Drew Holiday is that guy you need because he's going to play defense.
And he's an NBA champion. He knows how to get
He is an NBA champion.
Yep.
So, I think Boston is 7. But I need a unicorn to show up. If the unicorn's out the whole series,
that's going to be different.
It's going to be totally different. I think the Pacers could win in 7.
It's going to be a good one because Halliburton, we know he's
Halliburton is a point guard with the attitude that leads his team.
He can shoot too,
and he can score.
Ugly shot, but he can shoot.
That's an ugly shot.
Slow.
How did he develop that shot? I'm trying to figure out how he developed it.
He be wide open. I'm like, shoot the thing, but he be bringing it up.
He bring it up and
shoot
got
the ball.
A little twitch in it.
But it don't hit no rim.
Yeah. He can score now. He can score. Don't get it wrong. His shot like his name. Ugly.
Yeah.
Halliburton.
Yeah, that's
kind of name is Halliburton.
It's gonna
from
be
the long line of Halliburtons.
But his length, I think, is gonna give
sound like a hamburger.
It do.
Or
some kind of
Halliburton
company. But I think his length is gonna give Drew Holiday some trouble.
Yeah, I think so too. Drew Holiday, we know he's that dog. So I think he'll hold his own. But I think it'll come down to White and the unicorn.
Or they could switch it up and put White on Halliburton.
They could. I don't like that matchup as much, but they could.
That would be funny to see.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good matchup.
Gonna be cooking.
Yeah, he's gonna be cooking burgers. But yeah, I think Pacers in 7 with no unicorn. With unicorn, I take Boston in 7.
Yeah, these series are gonna be really, really good. Man.
Very good.
This is a treat for the NBA.
It really is. It's basketball back, and you know what? I got to give the NBA credit. I got to give the referees credit. They let them play. It's far more physical.
They got a lot of flack last series.
Yes,
as they should.
I mean,
but you letting them play and don't mess it up going into the East and West.
Don't mess it up.
Leave it how it is.
Yes.
It's the playoffs.
Yes.
Ain't nobody gonna fight.
Yeah, nobody gonna fight.
I think we need to stop with this idea of
we don't want to be too physical.
It's gonna be violent and they gonna be fighting all this.
Yeah, we don't want the big black guys. I mean, the big players.
They trying to win the series to get to the finals.
Yeah.
allow these players to show the competitive emotion and attitude and competition that what sports breeds.
Yes.
That's what it should be. And I think the refs, we didn't pay the money to see the refs.
No, and I don't want you to decide no game.
Yeah, get out the way.
Get out the way.
Play. And they did it that series. And that's why this series.
Get out the way.
That was a song.
That was
a heck of a song, too. But, Rev, I think you that song.
Yeah.
Kind of jumped into something serious that we need to talk about.
Oh man, let's go here. Let's talk real serious. Let's go to the Bible verse. Let's look at what the Bible has to say. The Bible asks us a question: What profit a man if he gained the whole world and lost his soul? You know, we saw P. Diddy video, and we saw the horrible scene that it was. And we're talking about a person that has fame, that has the money, that has the musical power, and we saw just the anger that he had, anger to the point that he chases that girl down in his robe, by the way, in his towel, by the way, knocks her down and start kicking her. I mean, what type of demonic control were you under? Where you just start kicking people? What you mad about? Why are you so angry? Without Jesus, there is no peace. You could gain the whole world. You could gain the fame, gain the money, but without Jesus, there is no peace. And we need to get this word out that what you're really missing, why you're turning to drugs, why you turn to alcohol, why you got to get high every weekend, why you trying to lay down with this person, that person, is because you're missing Jesus, which is our peace.
Yeah, I think you've seen a man who's in love with more of himself.
Yeah.
Than anything else. You know, the Bible talks about the devil is attacking you through the pride of life, the lust of eyes, and the lust of the flesh. And as you talked about with him, with the fame and the fortune and just always winning.
Yes.
And for him to not have control of this situation, he decided he was going to take it by force.
And really think about it. Let's say we had a whole bunch of money and we didn't have Jesus. And you dating Chrissy, and Chrissy like, I don't want you no more. Well, you know what Jay-Z says. Go on to the next one. Yeah. Why you just go on to the next one?
I know. Yeah.
Why you chase this one down? Just chase her down.
But you know what?
Kick her.
Yeah, multiple times.
That's control. You don't want the next pretty one. You want to control this one. Mm-hmm. You want to control everything around you. You want to hurt people. You don't do what I say. I'll hurt you.
See, and I think that's obviously, you know, sin. But sin has so many different branches connected to it.
Yeah.
That long way down the line, that's probably something he's seen.
And you know, you try to make up for what you're lacking. Mm-hmm. And you feel like you lack control in your life. And so what you try to do is control other people to prove you have some type of control. But really, sin has control of you. And you realize, consciously or subconsciously, I have no control of my life.
And his artist, years ago, said, the more money you got, the more problems you're going to
have. That's a lie, but I understand why. Because without Jesus, you're going to have more problems. Mm-hmm. The money ain't the issue. The issue is who's Lord over your life.
There you go. That's exactly what I was getting ready to say. Who's in control?
Who's in control of your life?
Yeah, and we see who's in control of his life.
Yes.
Because no man following Jesus.
No. I mean, the evil that it takes to, you know, and she's a small person. To kick her like that, why would you kick her like that in the first place? And you doing it in public. I couldn't even imagine what you do in private.
And then to pay this hotel $50,000.
Oh, don't get me on the hotel part. I'm mad with the hotel. Because integrity would have said to me,
exactly.
Listen, I didn't see this woman get abused. I don't care how much money you trying to offer me. I'm calling the police.
And then the police had to pay money to get the video from the hotel.
They got paid twice for something that it's your responsibility to help people. It's your responsibility to make sure things are, going right. And you just saw this girl get kicked, like he kicking a field goal, and you decided, oh, I'm going to make money off it.
And as time goes on, and you got social media and the internet and everything, you see everything. It's making people numb to things that ain't normal. And what we need to do as men is start holding men so much more accountable for the things that they do. The men and the people that's with Diddy, y'all ought to be knocked out too.
Yeah, I mean, you allow things to happen, and let's be fair. People put themselves in positions that they know. Soon as that girl saw the first time that P. Diddy collared her up, she should have been like, "Listen, I'm out here." Before it gets to the point where he's dragging me and kicking me and stuff, I saw the anger in his eyes. I saw he's just mad. No, baby, he gonna hurt you. And I couldn't get out. You couldn't get out because you didn't want to get out. The first sign, that money, that fame, that draw you in, and you don't want to leave, and then you end up in a hotel lobby being kicked.
But those is what you call soul ties.
Yeah.
Soul ties are stronger than what a lot of people think.
Yeah.
It's something. Again, as you've been preaching, without Jesus,
there's no peace.
There's no peace.
Money, fame, with none of that. None of the things that people chase is going to help them. You got to have Jesus. Receive Jesus as your Lord, personal Savior. Repent. You see, P. Diddy apologized after the video came out.
P. Diddy need to go.
Go get saved. Call the Rev right now, P. Diddy.
Yeah, he need to
so
go
you get saved. I'm gonna get you Jesus.
And Rev, but don't lay hands.
Cause I'm gonna lay hands first.
Yeah,
I'm gonna lay hands first. Then I'm gonna pray for you.
And I'm be second.
That's right. America, until next week. God bless you.